You're evil. You're useless. You're a ghost. You can do nothing. These were words I grew up hearing from my grandmother, my friends, my neighbor, my teachers. Because they believe. At a point, I believed that I myself, I will be nothing because I was born with albinism. Born with albinism in Taraba State, Nigeria, I faced discrimination, stigmatization, and poverty. Sometimes I walked the distance, even barefooted, just to get education. Feast to feast was my answer from the bully. I continued fighting every day in the class because of those who were bullying me. One day, my sister was also born with albinism. The news got to my father, and he was very furious. Upon a slight argument with my mother, he decided to pick up a stone, throw it at her, it hit her, and she became unconscious. Upon recovery, she decided that it was time for me to leave a Nanum village to study in the city for further education. While in the city, I struggled to complete my education, that's my high school, my polytechnic, and the university. What is then albinism? Albinism is a genetic condition with lack of melanin in the eyes, hair, and the body. The condition of this albinism often comes with difficult conditions, which includes poor vision, skin cancer, and then, if only exposed to the sun. The issues of albinism or the prejudice is also deeply rooted in cultural beliefs, superstitions, and also myths. Persons with albinism suffer a lot in the society. In Nigeria, it is estimated that we have about 4 million persons suffering with this condition, and the rate of unemployment is also very high. I always wanted to integrate into the society, and therefore, I'm one of those who still have the visual abilities and strong enough to be able to drive. So I decided that I was going to be a taxi driver. Early in the morning, I pick up my car to go to the taxi spot. It was a Toyota Corolla, which is more fancier than the rest of the cars parked there. And on arrival, a lot of passengers will come, see me, peep into my car, and then saw me as a person with albinism and quietly walk away. The drivers who were there also tried to convince them, and they will also gather and say, "Go away from us. We know you're going to crash the car." But that was not true, because I had the ability to drive. I continue until 1 week later, which I was able to get my first passenger. And as weeks passed by, I also got over 500 passengers, and some of them also became my friends. You might be wondering why I call it an experiment. I never wanted to be a taxi driver completely all my life, but I wanted to gauge the understanding about albinism in the society. I also want to gauge the level of confidence I have, and I also want to test the knowledge of issues of albinism and what the society knows. I also concluded that a lot of persons in the society did not know about albinism, and or they do not have even the knowledge about albinism. However, a conversation, simple conversation or explanation can only melt away hearts, and it can also change decision about how they feel about these special people. Upon realization of this, I also decided, and I also look at the society, and I discover that even my passengers had the same blood that flowed in them, and it was the same blood that also flowed in me. Therefore, I compiled a simple song, and the song simply goes like this.
The pain that we share, you and I, is these feelings that really makes us who we are. Why can't we live as one? Come, let us live as one. Black or white is the harmony. Let's put away the acrimony. The color of your heart, the color of my heart, the color of our heart is one.
Finally, after the realization of these facts that we've just said, I decided that it was time for me to be able to change the negative perceptions in the society. Therefore, I decided that one of the best things to do is for me to become a volunteer with an organization called the Albino Foundation. Later, while in Kanthari for training, I decided to found an organization called CAREN. CAREN simply means Center for Albinism Right and Empowerment Network. Here, we envision a society where no one is left behind. We are also on a mission to change the negative perceptions about albinism and to also change what the society is feeling about these people. This we intend to do it in 4 ways. 1, inclusive education. At this place, we are talking to teachers about issues of albinism. We are also providing assistive devices to help persons with albinism with their issues in academics and schools. The second one is health. Here, we are informing persons with albinism about the type of clothing that they can wear, and they are able to protect themselves on skin cancer. The third one is justice. We understand that persons with albinism are being marginalized and discriminated in many places like schools, job opportunities, even the house of worship, including their own personal houses. Therefore, we are working with lawyers who will help to handle the issues of justice, and we will provide links that these services can be offered pro bono. The last one is empowerment opportunities. Here, we are trying to inform persons with albinism about a particular type of jobs that can help them to stay out of sun, because sun is the #1 enemy they have. And this, we have suggested some of the jobs, which include farming that are not exposed to the sun, like the night farming. Secondly, the ICT skills. And thirdly, we talk about the taxi driving. This is only for those who still have the visual ability to be able to navigate the roads, and those who are able to pass the regulatory tests that certify them to drive. Additionally, we are also talking to families of persons with albinism and other persons in the community, so that we inform them about other famous persons with albinism who, through this necessary support, have been able to reach the top of their career. One of them is Salif Keita. He is a musician from Mali. Salif Keita became famous with his band, and today he's known all over in Africa as the golden voice of Africa. The second person is Overstone Kondowe from Mali. He became famous by fighting for the rights of persons with albinism, and also through that he was able to be elected as an MP of his country. All these are possible if we are able to support persons with albinism, and we are able to also look at them as one another who have who they can be able to achieve what they want in the society, and they will become useful in our society today and tomorrow. Thank you.